Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But today, we might have a trigger warning. It's a pretty long video, so you already know what it is, man. Shout out to the collective. I love the collective. Even if you ain't subbed up and you just like coming to the channel, for whatever the case is, I appreciate you too. But today, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Did you know that Mount Shasta could be the entrance to Inner Earth or Agartha? Now, if you don't know about Mount Shasta, it's basically a mountain in California that Lemurians and Atlanteans retreated to whenever their home was destroyed, basically. They moved into the city called Telos, which is a subterranean city that's like inside of the mountain. Now, what's really interesting about this is because yesterday I had a dream that I met these 2 beings that were trying to get me to tell them where the entrance of Agartha was. At least that's what I believe they were trying to do. They basically opened up this map that looks exactly like the map of Agartha, and they were pointing toward certain things on the map. And I can't remember if I really knew or if I was pretending like I didn't know. Like, a part of me didn't want to tell them. It was a secret I wasn't supposed to share. And it kind of makes me wonder if that's the reason why I'm so obsessed with Mount Shasta, is because that is the entrance. And I might know where it is. I don't know. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? Now, if you're kind of skeptical about there being an inner earth at all, the idea of inner earth has been mentioned in different cultures all around the world. Like Tibetan Buddhism mentioned Shambhala, which is apparently the capital of Agartha. It's called Patala in Hindu, and there's also Native American legends that mention people living beneath the earth. Now, it's said that the beings inside Agartha look human, while others look exotic, but they also have free energy sources, teleportation capabilities, and their technology are technologically more superior than us, apparently. So yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to go to Mount Shasta for a long time now, and I think this is the perfect time for me to go. And maybe wherever I end up going, maybe I'll have another dream where it'll tell me exactly where the entrance to Agartha is. And I don't know, I might go in. I mean, if they got locks and they're tall, I'm probably not coming back. Yeah, so this is the map to Agartha that I saw in my dream. There's obviously going to be more entrances to access Agartha. And it reminds me of that television show, I think it's called La Brea or La Brea. And it basically talks about people falling into Inner Earth and it being like a whole other ecosystem and things like that. I've only watched like 3 episodes, so I really need to catch up on that. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think that Mount Shasta could be another entrance to Agartha? Do you believe in Inner Earth at all? Let me know in the comments.
Nowadays, you see people do things they couldn't do in the past. People are claiming they're hybrid alien children. Well, maybe they are, because I don't remember anyone who can do this. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. Unanswered Universe.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. That last clip, he putting out the fire. Somebody explain, y'all. I'm thinking he did put it out. I think that they starting to make themselves more noticeable to us. Tell me if y'all, I got a clip coming. I didn't even get to watch all of it. I just seen the caption and the person in the background. It was the fight that just happened. They got the Wanis, I think it's called. It was like an alien extraterrestrial species. It was sitting behind them. When I seen that and I seen the caption, I had to save it. It should be dropping in the next video. No, not the next video. The video after that. So we're gonna have 2 videos. This one and one more, and then after that, that video should be coming. And I can't wait to watch that. I can't wait to watch that. But I think they're making themselves more evident, like more apparent. Like they letting us know they here now. They been here. But I also want to say, I was sitting there playing 2K25, and if y'all see me in the park, man, send me a friend request, man. Go ahead and add me. But the rewards on there, They got reptilian eyes, and it says reptilian face is a reward. Your character can play with a reptilian face. I swear to God, it says this, bro. Go to the rewards. It should be on there. And then they got the eyes, and it shows like green with like slit in the eyes. It said reptilian eyes. Why are they trying to show this shit so much in a video game, bro? Come on, stop playing with me. And I just, man, yeah. Let me know what y'all feeling. Let me know what y'all feeling. Shit. Tore his shit up.
So I have no idea what exactly it was that we saw that night.
And this is why we don't hike at night. No, this is a good one though. Listen, watch.
Okay, so I have no idea what exactly it was that we saw that night. My friends and I go camping a lot, and our favorite place is the Red River Gorge here in eastern Kentucky. It's the closest place to where I live where you can see the Milky Way pretty much every single night. Our first experiences night hiking, we would go to trails that we knew well and were frequently used during the day. Ones with lots of fences and gazebo resting places like the Natural Bridge, which is like a 2 to 4 mile hike uphill, just depending on your starting point. Hiking on this trail at night is not allowed, but it's the woods, and I've never been one to care much about closing times for the literal outside. This night was weird to begin with. Almost as soon as we got going on the hike, the clouds started taking over, and we started to get the impression that we were going stargazing at pretty much nothing. But we went anyways, just in case it cleared out by the time we got up to the top, because you just never know with Kentucky weather. In the beginning, it was just the normal paranoia that was keeping us so stressed and quiet. You know you've reached the bottom of the bridge when you see a giant wall of limestone. It's after hours at this point, so no skylift rides have gone on for hours. And the Rangers had already done their sweep and left right before we got out of the car and headed up. I guess I have to make these points because this is what I was thinking to myself when, like, out of nowhere, a girl appeared with a headlamp. And she begins to walk down the trail that we're looking out at. She was in a sundress and flip-flops. And while this is a fairly easy hike, it wouldn't be easy with no water or no real shoes, especially after dark. Her light was bright, and when she reached to where the trail turned down to where we were sitting, she just stopped. She just stood there straight on. She was just sitting there staring at all of us, and I had to bring like my arm up to shield my eyes from the light because it was so bright. It was shining like directly in my eyes. She didn't turn away from our lights at all or even seem to be bothered that she had 6 LED lamps shining right in her eyes. I said hello, and she kind of replied, but with like a pause between every single word, something like, hello, how are you? I said, I'm good. How are you? And she took even longer pauses, and she was like, oh, fine. She then just stood there with her hands to her side and just staring at us. Her light made it impossible to see her face, and I had my hand up the entire time because her light was just so bright. Until finally she just turned and slowly walked down the trail part that we had just came up from. She got to a part where the trail like turned, and we could see her light like just stop there for a minute until she turned and the light faded out of sight. After that, we waited a little while before we headed on up. I made comments about how weird that just was, and everybody just made it out to me being always afraid. So we got up after a bit, and we started back up to the top. We laid down, and we tried to stargaze, but the clouds were even thicker at this time, and we were all miserably hot. We could hear voices at times, and my friend kept checking for the people that we heard. We saw a flashlight, and we never saw anyone attached to it. And then we heard like a bird call, but it wasn't like a real bird noise. It was like some person doing bird calls. Like rhythmic and not really natural at all. I was convinced that we weren't alone and hadn't been alone, but I'm the most easily spooked. I asked to leave whenever they were ready, and they were all ready to leave right then and there, which kind of scared me too. You know, just knowing that they're all just as afraid as I am at this point. We began going back downhill the same way that we came up, but it felt like it was taking so long. We were moving steady and quick, and it was all downhill, but it felt like we were making no grounds at all. It's hard to explain, but at one point I even said this feels much longer than the way up, and they all agreed. Okay, so now we're walking in like a semi-flattish area, at least compared to the downhill that we had been doing. The handrail or the wooden fence or whatever it is all on the left side of us. We're all walking in a row, when all of a sudden my friend says, "What's that?" But the question was more of like an alert, so I moved my headlamp in that direction and I don't see anything at first. At the same time, all 6 of our lights start to shine and like reflect off of the light gray creature. It's bent in a crouching position, sitting on its right leg, and it starts to turn towards us. It starts to stand up, but my mind is like racing at this point. It almost looks human, but it's too big. It's tall and thin, and it was so light gray that it was almost white, and its skin almost resembled dolphin skin. Like, it has a shine to it, like it reflects in the light when our headlamps hit it. It's gradually coming to a full standing position in front of us. Its head is long, and its eyes are in like a human position on the front of its face, like not like an animal, like on the side of its face. I couldn't see any other facial features, almost just big empty holes or pits for its eyes. Its arms hung down low by its knees, and its hands seemed to be long too. I'm gonna guess it stood at like 9 feet or so tall, and it was right there in front of us. It had no hair, like at all. And it had a big head. Like, I couldn't process what I was seeing. I was just frozen, and I felt my friend hitting me, just saying, "Run, run, run." I start to understand that we have to get away from this thing, and that's when it pivots and runs to the right, going backwards along the trail so it can get around the barrier and get on the trail behind us. We took off running down the trail, knowing in our minds that that thing took off a lot faster than we did. It didn't talk at all because when we tried, it felt like we were going to get caught. We kept running just as fast as we could, but some areas were just so steep. It never felt like we were out of the sight of this creature, not even for a second. As we made it to the trailhead with like the gravel, we could hear something crashing down in the forest beside us. We all just ran as fast as we could and jumped in the car, and we drove down the road just as fast as we could until we got to the main road, and then the sky cleared up, and then the stars came out.
Obviously an alien in the woods again, not only because of the way that it looked, but because number one, they were saying how it felt like it took so much longer to go back. And in many cases, most cases, when aliens are around, I don't know if it's the beings themselves or the craft that they're in, but when they're around, there are definitely time losses, or like time slows down, sound stops, things like that. And number two, the fact that she said that as soon as they left, the stars came out and they hadn't been out the entire time. I'm wondering if that also had something to do with the craft. Maybe the craft was covering the stars, and maybe that little being was running back to the craft. I don't know, but absolutely an alien, right? Right, guys? My question is the girl in the beginning, was that an alien being like in disguise, or did she just see something? Like, had she just seen an alien as well? And now she was coming back and she saw these other people. And because of the flashlights, maybe she couldn't see exactly who they were and that they were actual like human beings. Maybe she just saw like silhouettes and she was frozen thinking that they were more alien beings. That's what I think about the girl. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. I need to know.
I told y'all, evacuate the state of California. Y'all didn't listen. I'm on my way out now. I'm gone. I'm going back to the 8, man. You know what I mean? But I just want to give a big shout out, man, to all the high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools, and all the baby mamas, and all the pregnant women out there, and all the gangbangers, and all the Mexicans, and Asians, and everybody that's in the state of California, man. I love y'all, man. Drew X, man. I did it for y'all. Man. All them videos y'all seen me post, I did that for y'all. I didn't do that for me. God told me to come do that, and I did that. Some people listen. Some people did. Some people know. Some people don't even know that I was out there. They don't even know what's going on. Just want to let y'all know I love y'all. And I gave my all for y'all, you hear me? I gave my all for y'all, you hear me? Drew X, I'm out. Evacuate the state of California.
He ain't lying. Some people don't know. I got people I know where if you was to say that, they'll be like, I heard about it. Or this the one that make you almost laugh, but it ain't funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Hey, bro, you hear the San Andreas might snap? They're gonna be like, bro, you talking about the movie? It's not funny, but it is funny. It's like, bro, no, I'm not talking about the movie, bro. It's something much deeper than that. But I will be posting a video soon of there was some earthquakes going on. It might be in this rollout. I'm not sure, but I came across a video of some more earthquakes that was happening in California, and right now we dealing with fires like crazy. But trust me, y'all. I want to get out of Cali too, but I'm trying to help the family as well. So, and I mean get them out as well. It's not as simple as it seems. People got things they got lined up, you know. Some people got businesses that they can't just close right now. Like, it's a lot of different things. Some people can't afford it, bro. But I do want to get out of Cali though. So don't think I'm one of them people that don't want to leave, y'all. I want to leave, but yes, it's circumstances in the way right now where I'm trying to handle. So people got to understand that with other people's livelihood as well.
Go past go, and you most likely won't be able to have the exit point, be able to finish the game. You'll be back here in the simulation for another cycle, which is probably 250 years to 360.
Let me ask you this. Are all presidents NPCs? And that's...
Okay, did y'all see that man from Haiti who his uncle brought his sister back to life after she was and buried for 2 months? He says that she's nothing like she used to be. He says she don't remember anybody but the uncle who had a hand in bringing her back. He said she got a boyfriend. He said he ain't seen her in a while because he's scared of her, but he's scared to tell her that he's scared of her. He said that the uncle told them that they cannot tell her that she was or they will too. So they ain't told her, basically. He said she has a boyfriend and then got pregnant 3 or 4 times, but each time she lost the child. He said the uncle said something like the spirit won't take the child. But that just reminded me of this man in Africa, and he had been for a long time. Well, 2 months is a long time to be, you know what I mean? I don't know how long the man was, but he was, and then he was brought back to life. But they said he hadn't spoken a word since he had been brought back. The man said that he now has no soul. So, you know, they do everything for him, but that man, he does not do anything. They basically say that he's like a zombie. That's what they refer to him as, like a zombie, because he doesn't say anything, he doesn't interact with anybody. He's just there. And it make you think, like, what quality of life would that be to bring me back and I'm not even here? Like, what? So who the f*** you bring back is the question. Because it's my flesh, but it ain't my soul. But that's crazy. And, you know, people in the comments, they be asking, like, because it's so intriguing. You know, you hear these stories and movies and stuff like that, but you never actually witness somebody who done been through it for real. For that man to talk to his sister and know that it ain't, her voice doesn't even sound the same. He said there's nothing about her that is his sister other than the way she looked. And he hasn't seen her since she been brought back. That's crazy, ain't it?
Sound like some Pet Cemetery shit to me. And also what I think happened was the sister's still gone. The sister's still gone. The person who brung her back, I'm thinking, conjured up, contacted some type of entity, demon, something, and using the sister's body as the vessel. That's my opinion. That's my opinion, man. He did that, like that Pet Cemetery shit. They bring it back, but it just it's not the same. It's really not the same. Clearly, if the voice ain't the same, then it's some other type of something else in there. And when she, like she just said, if it don't sound like the sister, or you can't tell her nothing, or she don't remember nothing, then who is it? What they say about them skinwalkers? Ask them if it's mimic. If it's mimicking the voice and it's shapeshifted into something like your cousin or something that's knocking at your door, ask the name. Ask certain questions that it's gonna have to answer that it ain't gonna know. That's what I feel like. And I feel like that's what's happening with that sister. Spam it up, collective. Let me know if I'm reaching.
Have y'all been keeping up with the story of the man that's talking about how his uncle brought back his sister from the dead and she was dead for at least 2 months? Now let's talk about it, because a lot of people have been sending it to me and asking me to do my take on it. But I would like to start off by saying I am not Haitian. But for someone that has been studying Haitian culture and folklore for a good minute now, let me tell y'all something. It's nothing that I believe that Haitian magic can't do. But basically, to break it all down, if you haven't watched it, and whenever y'all get done watching this, I want y'all to go watch his video. He talks about how his sister was basically unalived by a witch that practiced dark magic. She got into it with the lady. I believe she was their neighbor, and I believe she was an elder as well. And they talked about how in Haiti, like, they don't do that, disrespecting elders or older people. Like, they don't take that kindly. So they basically put a curse on the girl just to let her and the family know that we don't play. And the sister got very ill. She had a bad fever. Nothing they could do could bring down her fever. She was just really sick and basically passed away within days from being cursed by this witch. I believe he said the lady gave her 3 days, I believe. So after she passed away, that's where his uncle got involved. His uncle was basically like a higher level, you could call him witch or warlock or voodoo priest or priestesses. You can, there's different names. But she talked about how, like, the way to bring them back, the person that bring them back has to be a higher level witch. Like I said, I'm just going to call them witch. The person that bring them back had to be higher level than the person that, did that spell to them. And I know y'all are like, what? But just like I said, just from me studying Haitian culture, this is not surprising. And then just by reading some of the comments on his page and just by seeing several other people talk about different things that go on in Haiti. Like, there was a trend when people were talking about how they look outside and see cats turn into humans. Like, that is very normal in Haiti and in some parts of Africa. But yeah, there's different things they have to perform and pray and do to bring them back. And I know some people was like, what about autopsies? I also read up like how they don't always do autopsies in certain part of Haiti, only if necessary or if you have money or if there's a specific reason. But the lady that was also telling this story with the guy that's, talking about how his uncle brought his sister back to dead, she talks about how there's like the physical world and the spiritual world. So basically she was in a coma state in the physical world, she was dead in the physical world, but not in the spiritual world. But when they're brought back, they're not the same. And this is what it reminds me of, y'all. I know we have all watched Pet Sematary, or at least one of the Pet Sematary, because there's a few. They're not the same when they're brought back. They're aggressive. They're trying to learn, but they're not the same person. Just like on Pet Sematary, when they brought this little girl back, she was not the same person. Yeah, this her physically, it might look like her, but it's not her. I just had to throw that in there, how that, reminds me of that. They also go into detail of how you can't tell them, what they are, because bad things will happen to the family or you if you tell them that, hey, you were dead. But in Haitian folklore, zombies are real, y'all. They're basically people that was brought back to life by necromancy or dark magic or voodoo. And the process of turning somebody back into a zombie is called zombification. Now, I don't know if you would necessarily call this zombification, but I know a lot of people in the comments were like going crazy, like, oh my gosh, we need more answers and more questions. And I just want y'all to know that, like, let that man take his time sharing his story, because you're not even really supposed to be talking about this type of stuff, especially if you are Haitian or in the situation. But I want y'all to go check out his videos and his story time, because he got a lot of videos on this topic, and I just basically broke it down for y'all. But to answer some of you guys' questions that's been sending it to me, yes, I believe it's real. And I believe that it has happened all the time. And remember, just because you haven't seen it, heard about it, that does not mean it's not true. There's so much in this world that we haven't seen that is very true. Just got to open your eyes. But let me know if y'all seen his videos, and go check out his page, and let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Do you guys remember this video over here where this guy is showing y'all how this mini portal works, and then you see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights coming through? Y'all see that? Well, this lady over here is showing how they just erected a huge one in Detroit, Michigan, y'all.
Y'all see this? Now, I'm finna go up here and show y'all, because it's like it's on some type of hill, like a mound.
Y'all see that? They said this is for art, but when you look around it, there's no other art pieces around it. It is the only thing erected in this vicinity. And this thing is huge, y'all. Look at that. This thing is so big.
And I believe there's much more to this portal than they are telling us. Now I'm finna show y'all, it's on some type of hill, like I said, a mound.
Do you guys remember this one as well? This one is also in Detroit, Michigan, with the Scientology building right behind it. Y'all see that? So obviously something is getting ready to happen. This is what transcending, literally, about, again, going through the portal. And then the Fibonacci sequence numbers over here, because everything is in the shape of Fibonacci. And then toward the end of the video, this happens. Look at all these particles flying in the air. Look at all these particles flying in the air. And that was due to this mini portal. So if this mini portal is doing that, look at how big this thing is, y'all. Check it out. It's also the Omega symbol too. The Alpha and Omega. Yeah, things are heating up, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace out.
I love when we can go back and see old clips that we know we watched.
Did y'all not see what happened at the Emmys? You hear and see the fake Oprah, ain't nothing getting on her lips as everyone continues to munch and crunch away. And a strange, unusual bag comes into play, and everyone is munching and eating away, but not Oprah. Because she's in enough jam, and that's not even the real Oprah. But you see everyone else eating and enjoying this so-called pizza that's coming in an unstrange, usual bag, which ain't pizza. And if you keep up with this Hollywood celebrity gossip, you know what pizza is. And you know exactly what I'm referring to. The things that go missing every year. Hundreds, 200s to 300,000 of them every year. And no one can seem to figure out where they're going missing to and where they are. But that's what keeps the celebrities young. Just like Dwayne say, Do you like pineapple pizza? I don't eat kids under 10. That's how they keep themselves young and fresh. You better wake up.
Shit crazy, yo.
What's up?
The world don't look kind of crazy to you?
It looked like me in an orange Fanta.
I thought we was in Ice Spice wig. That's a real,
I gotta be in Southern California. Now that was the fire aftermath in California.
The movie The Matrix is not science fiction. It's a documentary. Every human, and it's a fact, every human first 7 years is download a hypnosis. The brain of a child under 7 is in a lower vibrational frequency. When you put wires on a person's head, you read electroencephalograph, reading brain activity. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Oh, that's how kids play a tea party with mud pies, but to them it's a real thing. A kid rides a broom, it's a horse. That's theta, imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. And the idea is this: before you can become conscious, if you don't have any programs, what are you going to be conscious of? It's sort of like I buy a new iPod and I take it out of the box and I push play and nothing happens, and you think, oh my God, I spent all the money and the damn thing isn't working. And then some little 7-year-old kid comes up and says, well, mister, you didn't download any music. How are you going to play something?
Collecting binary codes from the cemetery, dude. This is very interesting. Y'all need to go follow this guy too, man.
Look, guys, gone in 2021. It's a wild guess why, but we're running binary codes here, guys, off the thing.
Get away from me.
Guys, we're right here at the cemetery, and this person was gone in 2023, and we're collecting binary codes. We have both of our phones on airplane mode, so it collects no binary codes at all. But when you get close to her grave, look, you had a number right there. Get close. Look, 2022, guys. Binary codes up the ass right there. There's information coming out of the graves, guys. And doctor, just so everybody knows, because they think. Look, guys, that grave is giving binary codes.
Okay, look. I'm lost with that one. Spam it up. Enlighten me. Somebody educate me. Game me up real quick, man. What the hell is they meaning by binary codes? Like, somebody break that down. I don't care if somebody knows and they be like, you don't know what that is? No, I don't. The dumbest question in the world is the question not asked. So, man, I'm trying to gain that knowledge. So spam it up. Somebody let me know what the hell that means. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna look too, but if I can't find out, and I want to hear other people's opinion, let me know. I'm gonna hear what y'all got to say as far as what I go look into, but let me know, please, collective. Hold me down, please.
Commander Jared Isaacman now emerging
Copy,
from...
Copy, Test Matrix 1, watching from the nose cone.
Fake as hell. They're like a green screen behind them.
On the real, I seen a mermaid though.
Oh, don't go into this story. We just told us this story the other day. See, our music touched everybody. Mermaids,
right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this story. Cause I'm from Haiti.
Now, mind you,
you know
he left Haiti when he was 7 years old, right?
No, I didn't leave when I was 7.
How old were you?
I was 8.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. 8. Okay, so when you're 8 years old, you remember things. Like, I remember my grandmother's house being 20 times bigger than it was. But go ahead, Melissa.
We was in the backyard, and then where we lived, they had the beach. You know what I'm saying? In the back. And then I was just sitting, because I was always a kid that was just weird, So I was just to myself in the back, just kicking up. And then I seen this lady, and then I just seen the face. So I thought it was somebody, like, in the water, like, like swimming. Yeah. And she was like, hey. She was like, hey, little boy.
No, hey, little fella. That's what she said.
No, but I'm saying boy, fella, it's the same thing. Don't play me out.
I'm just trying to get it in Creole. I'm just trying to get a word for word.
If I said in Creole, y'all ain't going to understand.
Right,
so she didn't say, hey, little fella.
She was a Haitian mermaid.
She was a Haitian mermaid. Yo, why you playing me out?
I'm saying.
I ain't telling my story.
No, I'm telling the story. Come on, man. I'm just playing.
Yo, I'm done, man.
Tell a story.
Nah, man, you just play me out. The Haitian mermaid.
No, I'm saying. It's important that we put that. That's a piece of information.
There was a Cybertruck that exploded, and the firefighters couldn't put out the fire because it was too hot. Those eyesores that you see on the road, if you crash in one of those, and I think it's the lithium battery, it's lithium something in it, they will explode. And the person that passed away, very sadly, very unfortunately, the person that passed away was not able to be identified because the fire was so hot. And in all these comment sections of videos I keep seeing about this, they're like, oh, my brother's a firefighter, this person's a firefighter in my family, and they're doing tests. And they cannot put the fires out of these Cybertrucks because it's too hot. I already knew I was never getting in one. But after that, I'm for sure not now. Ooh.
How do Elon keep getting the chance to put these type of cars out if some are driving on their own? We saw tow trucks pulling up to go get them before they could even be, reported. We got them blowing up and they can't put the fire out because it's too hot. Person can't be identified. Damn. How are they able to still be putting these type of things on the road? But then you got the boys blurping people left and right because they think you under the influence or like, you know, just a tail light being out. Like, how is that the case? See, this is where I say we got shit in the world that's going on. And we got people in power who worry about the wrong shit. They worry about the wrong shit. We just saw pizza, and we know what that stood for. All those people that be, you know, especially Oprah's ass with Hawaii, and she got off the hook with that. The Rock too. Don't forget they asked people for money, and whatever. It just don't make no sense, bro. The world is always worried about the wrong shit. They always worried about the wrong shit. That just doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like the clip before that, I love Lauryn Hill. Man, but I feel like right there, she might have been told, when he talks about this, kind of throw dirt on it. Like, throw some shade every time he starts talking so that it's never taken too serious or he gets out what he's trying to get out. I don't know. That looked kind of suspect to me, but maybe it's just me.
It's not the first time a Tesla vehicle locks out a driver. The same thing happened to this Arizona grandmother who had just buckled in her grandchild. In that case, the battery had died.
I am terrified. I don't want to drive that Tesla. My son could have lost his life that day. And it's very scary.
Cassandra says that after she took her vehicle in for an inspection, the video that was recorded on that day was deleted, and only that day. She says she confronted the employees and they gave her no explanation. Now, we called Tesla to get reaction to the story. We have not heard back. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Terrible ass customer service. If you have a product that you're putting to the public, and them ain't cheap, and these people is spending their hard-earned money, they got their children in your product, and you can't give answers. There's no video foot. Like, what? That they ain't getting back to talk to the news about that? That shit crazy. And I don't blame her. I was thinking that she need to get up out of that, but it looked like the grandma that did that. It looked like grandma still driving the same car, the same Tesla. I don't know. But an update though, look, don't update my shit unless I press the button and say go ahead and update. Or what you can do is set it for certain times and let the customers know before you put all your money in on this and your credit on the line and all whatever the case is. We do software updates at this time to this time, so your car might not be able to be moved at that time. Same shit we would do with our phone. It lets you know when your phone has an upgrade, and they be like, well, it's probably going to upgrade around this time, or you can set it to this date or this time or whatever, whenever you want to do it. But am I tripping? But Tesla been getting away with a lot, bro. And they ain't even like, this shit crazy. This shit crazy.
I don't even know what the to say. I'm completely blown away now. Mysterious UFO crossing the sky over New York City sparks talks of aliens. But there's an explanation. There's always an explanation for the unexplained. How is that possible? I mean, try and rationalize that thought for a second, because there is no explanation for what these things are. There's assumptions, right? Assumptions. People think there is. Let's be fair. But nobody really knows. Or do they know? I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't.
We have to get the word out, like around TikTok and everywhere. They hung this young man off onto a tree by a rope, bro, in Henderson, North Carolina. His name is Javion Magee or McGee, or I think it's Magee, Javion Magee. This man is young man, around the same age. I think he's like 22, 23. I'm not sure. We need y'all to get the word out. This young man stays in Chicago, y'all. He was in Henderson, North Carolina to drop a load off, driving trucks, y'all. He driving trucks, bro. They hung this young man in Henderson, North Carolina, bro. Like, and it's crazy as to me. Like, it's throwing me out because I literally just made a video about some shit that happened with me in Pennsylvania, and it's like 72 hours later, this is what I see, y'all hanging people. This shit is not fair at all on no standpoint. Like, this young man trying to better his life, and you can't even go out and work a decent job and make it home. This shit is, I'm done with over the road. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with America. I'm done. Javion, I'm going to repeatedly say your name, bro, until your family gets justice. I promise you. I'm going to keep saying your name, bro.
I ain't heard about that one.
Yo, let me just say, I can't say this person's name, but I made a video telling you, yo, he's back on this platform. It's the video behind my head. I made this video just now. It's got 68 views. He has 23, and it's getting no traction. I can't even say his name because the video won't go out. I don't know what you did, bro, but damn, they are on your ass, even on other people's platforms. I can't even say the D name, but y'all know, go give him a follow, go to his video before it, and damn, share it to see if wow. Give him a follow, he's back on TikTok.
Yeah, he wrote with some feathers.
Vietnamese and Chinese astrology is extremely accurate. Every sign has an opposite. Every sign has a yin-yang. I came up with the term enemy signs. The first sign is the rat is enemies with the horse. Example, Kobe and Shaq. Kobe was a horse, Shaq was a rat. They didn't really like each other. That is how enemy signs work. Next example is goat and ox. Saddam Hussein, born 1937, year of the ox. He attacked Iran. Iran was founded in 1979, year of the goat. NATO was founded 1949, year of the ox. Russia, 1991, year of the goat. They have a proxy war now going. So when you take a look at energies, you understand, yo, there's something here. The next enemy sign combination is dragon and dog. And this is where the presidential election comes in. If you don't believe the Democratic Party are using numerology and astrology, you're out your mind. Why did they choose Camilla? Camilla's a dragon. We're in the dragon year. What's the vice president's name? Waltz or whatever. He's also a dragon. The chances that they chose two dragons in the dragon year, less than 1% chance. This is done on purpose. Now, Trump is his enemy year. Trump almost got assassinated. Trump got indicted 34 times. A man in his enemy year. So they have dragons going against the dog. Don't think for a second the Democratic Party isn't using this stuff.
So what really happened at Delta 910? Let's talk about it. At one point, it seemed like I was on top of the world. Everything was going great. I had about 225,000 followers on this app, and life was, it's like it was just smooth sailing. All of a sudden, I came across a new subject. And I got warned about this subject not to talk about it. Now, I've said a lot of crazy shit on TikTok. A lot of crazy shit. Shit from Jesus is a vampire, and I still stand by it. Christianity is vampirism and cannibalism. That's why y'all eat the flesh and drink the blood during communion. Never mind. I've said a lot of crazy shit on this app. I've even started talking about one subject, a f***ing dragon. Started talking about a f***ing dragon. You know, the extra large one that they talk about in the Bible. I can't say that. I can't say that on here. No more. I lost every account that I had because I was talking about a f***ing magical dragon that I think people live on. They took all of my accounts. I was warned. How bad did it get? Well, I told you guys at one point I thought I was being followed. I've been incarcerated since you guys last seen me. Man, if I could describe my life right now, it's GTA on like 4 stars. On 4 stars. Now, the day that I was arrested, it felt like GTA on 5 stars. Like I knew it was coming. Like they've been on me. They've fucking been on me, and I knew it was coming. Knew it was coming. I can't shake it. Like I can't shake it. It's like it's not done either right now, people. I'm telling you. It's not done. I said some shit I wasn't supposed to say, and when I say it's not done, listen. Dragon, I won't call him no more. I won't say it. You guys know it starts with the L. I will not say that shit anymore. And you might think that I'm crazy, and y'all probably don't want to believe me that that's really what the happened. But I lost my accounts for talking about the dragon. And one other thing I talked about after that, they violated everything about the dragon. And, oh yeah, the fidget spinner, which looks a lot like our predictive programming. That's right. They didn't want y'all to know that either.
So Daddy had a feeling to go show me these earthquakes on a map. Can you zoom out and show them all of these earthquakes are now popping up in California? Like I'm dead ass concerned. I'm really not playing. This is
right here tells you how bad
the magnitude.
Yeah.
We have one red. Go back where we were, because it was red 20 seconds ago, Wesley. Now it's not. ¿Qué te pasa? What the shit? I'm actually concerned. Am I?
Do you know, they don't hold any real power. No one rules if nobody obeys. It is literally that simple. They don't control us. We control us. They just plant the seeds of false ideas into our minds, but we water them and give them light with our focused awareness, false beliefs and actions. Do you know, we buy into the false reality shown to us and divide, disempower, distract, harm, poison, assault, enslave and kill ourselves. They offer, we comply and consent. But if you actually think about it, they don't hold any real power. They can't create anything. We've been manipulated into using our own power to do their bidding. And besides online, I don't really have anyone who understands what I'm saying right now. I feel like we've got a long way to go. But like I said at the beginning, no one rules if no one obeys. They don't control us, we control ourselves. Understood what I am saying right now.
Apparently I stumbled onto something TikTok don't want it shown. So there's this cop in Tennessee, all right, a chief of police there, who's uncovered some very, very dirty shit. And well, I posted a video of it. It's on national news. It was reported on national news. All I did was screen record a video of the incident where he uncovered some shit about some people, and well, the FBI or whatever tried to investigate him, or the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations investigated him. They raided his house without a search warrant and refused to give him a search warrant that showed his address. Yep, that they had the right to go in there and search his home. I don't think they found anything, but they just wanted to take the information that he had. Though I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to share the information with others, and, well, the corruption's deep, to say the least. And TikTok, for some reason, don't want me to show you that video. So go back to my thing and watch that video, and then Google that guy's name. It'll pop up.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to go look. What y'all think the reason why they popped up at this stuff like that for? Yeah, that's crazy. And I wanted to tell y'all, I dropped a clip in here about Sac with the hotel. So one time I was in that, it's like an alley behind it. We got a lot of alleys in downtown Sac. I was in that alley. We walking through the alley. There was a curtain. Now you know when like you see a curtain like it shakes, like as if like a vent is hitting it or something, like, or windows open and the wind is causing it to move. There was no window open, but you could look up at the back of it, and then the curtain was shaking. And that's when I was with a few people, and that's when I was like, they like, hey, look, the curtain is shaking. Ain't nobody up there. Nobody was up there. Nothing was making it move. No wind. And then they was going crazy, and I told them like, hey, I ain't never seen that on TV. Like they had this whole, it was a whole special. They was breaking down how it was haunted down here. Everybody was like, bro, it look crazy. It's moving on its own. They was blown away. That's the only crazy thing I saw like in person, but it was a distance. I was on the ground level, it was up at the top. That's the only thing I ever saw. But then I saw little clips on TV, but I didn't believe it because it was TV. I was like, nah, it probably ain't real. But that's when I learned about the great fire we had. And we flooded out before. I learned it through that. So when I see some of these clips, that's when I was like, let me just show y'all. We got a few haunted places, a few places that's kind of crazy. And if you haven't heard, I'll try to look into Dyer Lane. I heard that's a crazy ass place out here in Rio Linda. I heard a story, and I'll tell y'all later, but I heard a story of somebody who had been there and something that they have experienced and was supposed to be turned into a movie out here in Sac, but they didn't. But I don't know. It's called Dyer Lane. I'll look on TikTok, see if I can search some things, see if I can find it, bring it to y'all. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified. And if we drop them uploads, I know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, Collective. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount.